companies, obviously. A lot of them are union-based. This isn't a union-based company. It's, just a family-owned company. But I prefer to, take a little bit of less pay and be able to have more freedom than a lot of those union guys have. A lot of them are always, having people up their ass, telling them what to do. They have cameras all over their truck. A lot of their trucks are governors. It's most definitely more of you'd have to feel it out for yourself. Judge that by what you like personally. It's all preference, to be honest. Some people like it, some people don't. Me, I don't like it. I'd rather be able to have a little bit more freedom, not have someone micromanage me all the times. And I take a little bit of a lesser pay for it, even though I am a hazmat driver. It's still, at the end of the day, better, in my opinion, to go with a smaller company. They'll treat you better, more understanding. If you need to take work off, if you have kids and all that, which I have 2 young kids, at a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, so boy and girl. A little bit more understanding, most definitely. That's what I mostly really like about it. I still make probably either as much or more than most over-the-road truck drivers. And I'm home every night, There's a lot of guys now, especially because it's a big trucker shortage nowadays because nobody wants to drive a truck anymore. And they make it so hard to also, there's so much more restrictions than there was back when my dad first started, his dad first started, And there's a lot more restrictions, but, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Don't let it hold you back. And a lot of people just don't want to work these days. Parents and how they're raising their kids with no work ethic. My dad raised me with a work ethic. I was since I was, I think, 5 years old. He had me out there pushing a mower, mowing the grass, working on cars with him. Stuff like that. To build that work ethic in me at a young age. I was always doing something, helping him with something. I never, if I wanted money, I had to do something to work for it, My dad never helped me do anything. He always motivated me, but he never gave it for free. Nothing's free. That's one thing that he wanted to implant in my head at a young age. Nothing's free in this world. You don't get stuff handed to you. You gotta work for everything in this world, and it's good to install in your kids. So when they're older, they can be a functional human being. A lot of people my age don't like to work. It's sad to see, They rather live at home with mama and daddy and let their mom and dad take care of them. I'm 23 years old, so, and I still have friends that I don't talk to no more. They still live at home with their mom and dad, don't have a job, Nothing. They didn't become nothing, But again, I blame that on parents, not the kids themselves, but the parents that didn't raise their kid to have a work ethic at a young age. And I had to mature because I had a kid at 17, and then at 20 I had another kid. So I matured a lot sleep. I still get up and go work because no one's gonna do it for me, and I'm the provider. That's how it works, you know. My dad installed that into me as a young kid. I learned that. And no one's gonna chase your dreams for you, and no one's gonna work for you. If you want money, then you gotta go do it yourself. No one's gonna do it for you. That's the way I grew up. I mean, everybody grows up different. And I'm the second youngest out of my siblings. You know, all my siblings are in their 30s, so I only have one younger brother. The rest are older. And my dad's an older guy now. He's in his late 50s. About to be pulling in here any second. Must have heard me coming.